Hey, what's up, guys? I have become a request via email about creating hard trance lead sounds, and so I will do this, and this is this finished result. It is not so many stuff in there, but yeah, I show you quick the settings and effects on the channels and the routing, and I put the presets of the individual Serum in the description, and I put for Studio One users the same layering process at this in the description as a multi-instrument to using in Studio One, so you can drag and drop it into your studio and you have a complete finish, routing and FX settings all included. So first we start with the top leads. My top lead is of two sound of two serums. I give you a little preview in solo and mute the effects. That's the first lead sound in the top lead. Sorry, I must put my headphones on about the delay on the microphone. Yeah, that's the first top lead sound. It's more the sound in the background for bringing the dynamics of the sustain, and yeah, it's a basic saw and a square, a pulse. No sub oscillator, but it's only for the high frequencies. It's a modulation on the filter. It's a MG low 12 cut filter. It is mono lead in legato, and I using portamento or sustain. In the FX section I use distortion, delay, reverb and equalizer. The main top lead or second top lead, who plays the loudest main part, is this sound. Yeah, it's a little bit sub oscillator in there to bring the low ends. It's very important in trance leads to bring a full bright and fat sound using low frequencies in your lead. Yeah, it's a hypersaw. You can see the settings. It's a filter automation via envelope. On the FX section I use the hyper and use from the hyper the dimension work, not the hyper himself, and only equalizer. That's it. No portamento. It's a stereo lead. The next part for the low ends and the rhythm of the melody, it's the same as this. It's always the same. but I use a simple bass note of the melody. You can see it's the bass note of the melody. Sounds like this. Yeah, you can use it in the break part as this, and in the lead part I have a side chaining on this part to get it a little bit groovy. And the last is a simple bass pattern for supporting the kicks. Sounds like this. Yeah, the sub comes only from the sub oscillator, and this is for the high parts. Yeah, I think it's important in big trance leads to bring high bass, like a little bit distorted, to give the trance feeling. And the FX section only is a compressor and equalizer. I'm pushing the low end and the high frequencies. Yeah, that's the 4 Serum presets that I put in the description. Now we're watching the routing and FX section. First part, I use Volume Shaper to make the rhythm of the lead. You can use a arpeggiator too, but I love to work with the Volume Shaper, but for me it's easier. That's solo, and then with the shaper. You will mute, and here we go. Here, that's the part of the top lead 1. The low end is complete cut out around 180 Hertz, and it's a little ducking sidechain on this sound to get more room for the kick. Yeah, that's the first top lead, and the second top lead has a different Volume Shaper. So cut out the lows, get the groove part in the mid frequencies, and the high end is open, and the mix is around 80%. Yeah. Next, the bass part, bass lead, chord lead. Yeah, it's not a chord, but I name it chord lead. Without and with the sidechaining. It's 2. The mix around 80%. Yeah. Next step is the bass part. It's no sidechain on it, but it don't need it. About the groove part comes from the sustain with the octave notes. I have put a bus channel routing on this part to route a little bit of the bass sound into my lead group, but the bass himself is not in the lead group, but a little thing of the bass I routed to the lead group and get a FabFilter Saturn on it with a saturation preset hip hop puncher. It's a little bit changed, but not so much. The main lead layer of this 3 Serum goes into a subgroup. On the subgroup I have a Volume Shaper to shape it more. Sounds like this. And a first saturation compression to bring out the high frequencies on the sides and the mid parts more in the mid range, but not direct in the mid part, and the low end is directly in the middle. So the subgroup goes into two send channels, like a delay. I have cut out a little bit low end in the delay. I have 140 delay on the left and 180 delay on the right. And the reverb, I used the FabFilter Pro R. You can use different reverbs, but yeah, normally I use the Valhalla, but the Valhalla is very present and more aggressive, like the Pro R. The Pro R is very soft, and I have a very small reverb, only forgive a little bit room size and big room feeling, but it's not as in hardstyle a lot of reverb. It's only a little bit. You can hear it. It's not so much reverb on it. With the bass sound, it sounds like this. And when you add a kick drum, sounds like this. Yeah, that's a part of the layering and FX process of this lead sound, but it's no equalizing on it. You do it by yourself for get the absolutely perfect sound for you. I don't have it about. It's not a track. It's only for a tutorial, and I don't need much equalizing. For Studio One users, I have created this part. It's a multi-instrument part with 4 layers. The volumes are complete, finish on the right position. It's routed to different parts of the MIDI keyboard, so you can play with one MIDI part the whole concept of bass, mid and top lead. It's finished routing on the FX part like Volume Shaper, Saturn, then it goes in the splitter and goes to the reverb and delay, and to the second Saturn for dry lead. Yeah, and that's the sound of the multi-instrument. It's not exactly the same as this, but I can't use send channels in a multi-instrument and save it so you can open it, and it's nearly, but yeah, I'm missing the option to save send channels into a multi-instrument. But it's not so much different. In the multi-instrument I lose a little bit the high frequencies, but I think in this layer I have a little bit too much high frequencies, so I think this layer is a little bit better, and yeah, I think this is good. I hope you enjoy. You can leave me a comment or like my channel, download the presets for Studio One or for Serum directly. The different presets are called, this is a Trance Pulse Lead 1, the second top lead is Trance Saw Lead 2, the bass lead is Trance Pad Lead 3, and the bass part is Trance Bass Lead 4. So all the stuff are in the zip file, you can download it, and yeah, have a nice day, bye bye.